Welcome back, everyone. Let's go ahead and talk about some more random iPhone tricks that you need to go ahead and check out. Now, most of these maybe you guys already know, but I love doing these types of videos. So here goes nothing. So as always, the first trick, a little bit of a different one. You don't have to download anything. You don't have to do anything super crazy, but it's actually changing which way and the size of your keyboard. Now, it's not really the size of your keyboard, but if you want to use your keyboard one-handed, you typically, if you have a ginormous phone, with the iPhone 12, it's okay. But maybe you want to get, the keyboard on one side. In order to do this, what you have to do is hold down the globe icon once your keyboard comes up. So all you want to do is hold up globe like this, and you'll come into this panel. Some of you may have already seen this, but what you can do is at the very bottom, you'll see this keyboard swipe right left option and the keyboard swipe right option. So let's say I want the keyboard to be on the left side. Well, I can go ahead and click there, and you'll see that it's a full-on keyboard. I can go ahead and type in whatever I want to, and it's pretty much the full functioning keyboard. It's just the one side of it. Now, if you want to bring it on the other side or make it full screen, all you have to do is click on this arrow. It'll automatically turn it back into full screen. Now, if you want to bring it to the other side, you just have to click here, click there, and you will see that the keyboard will then be on that side, which is really awesome. Now, another cool little trick with the keyboard specifically is actually with the emojis. So if we go and click on emojis right here, you'll see the standard emojis that we usually have. But you can actually change the skin color and just the color in general of these emojis, which is really awesome. So in order to do this, what you want to do is you want to just open up the keyboard like this, and you want to find the specific icons that look like these ones or whichever ones they are. And what you can do is you can hold down on the keyboard icon or the emoji icon just like this, and you can choose a different skin color of the emojis. So if you want a different skin color like this, you can do it. I don't know if it works for everything, and it looks like it does work for everything. So any emoji that you have, for the most part, you can change the color or change other options of it. So you essentially get more customization options with these types of keyboards, which is really awesome. And you can see it works for practically every single emoji. So that's really awesome. I love seeing these type of, emoji keyboard tricks because I use emojis all the time. Now, stepping out of the keyboard, another cool little trick within iPhones and iOS in general is actually scanning documents. This is by far something I do all the time. I love doing it on my iPhone because it makes it so much easier rather than using like a fax machine or a printer. To do this, you just want to locate the Notes application. So you can see right here, we have the Notes app right here. And all you have to do is hold down on the Notes app. Now, when you do that, you'll come into these little options. You'll see new note, new checklist, new photo, and scan document. You want to go ahead and obviously click on the scan document option. What's going to happen is it's going to go ahead and bring up the camera. And at this point, you go ahead and bring in whatever scan document you want to scan. Now, I don't have a document on me right now, but you have the ability of bringing the document in just like this. So imagine my hand is the document. It'll go ahead and automatically determine where that document is, and it'll go ahead and start scanning it automatically. Now, again, it's nothing super crazy, it's nothing groundbreaking, but it can be a huge convenience to yourself if you need to scan a document. I've scanned tons of documents through my iPhone this way, and it is easily my favorite way of doing so. Now, next up, we have a camera trick, which some of you may already know, some of you may not know, but you can actually access a lot more features within your camera than you may think. Now, I actually didn't know this until like a couple of months ago, and it's crazy because I talk about iPhones all the time. And what this is essentially when you're on your photo camera app, what you can do is at the very top, there's this little arrow that's sticking up. What you can do is you can go ahead and click on that arrow, and look at what happened. We now have this huge bar at the bottom. So it brings up a ton of more features. So in this case, you can see we have the little automatic brightness if you want to turn it on. We have the live photo setting, which I never understand why people like live photo, but you have that option right there. You can change the aspect ratio of your photos. Me personally, I prefer 16:9, but some people prefer 4:3 possibly, so you can change it there. You can also change whatever this is, I think the aperture or something, whatever it is. So you have that capability of changing it here too, which is another really cool thing. You can add a timer to your photo. If you want to click here, you can set it for 3 seconds or 10 seconds. And the last one is just the filters. So if you want to add a filter on your specific photo, and I will be honest, Apple's filters are actually really good. I never use them, but they are actually very decent filters because the camera app is really good in general for the most part. And that's pretty much it for there. Easily one of my favorite tricks to do, and it's something that like I mentioned, I do all the time. I change those settings and the parameters out like crazy. Now, next up, another awesome feature within iMessage specifically is actually sending handwritten messages. So something just like this, as you can see. You may be wondering how people do that. Well, it's actually a pretty easy process. What you want to do is you want to get into the specific iMessage text like that, and you want to make sure auto rotate is on. If it's off, it's not going to work. So you want to make sure that's on. And then when you have the keyboard up and everything, you want to turn your phone to the side. And what's going to happen once we get here is you're going to get into this little option. Now you'll see right here, there's this little hand, little kind of doodle thing that's kind of drawing right here. You want to go and click on there. And when you click on there, you'll see you'll get into this panel. Now, all you have to do is send a message as you normally would. So I can say, hi, how are you, whatever, right? And I can go ahead and send this out to somebody. Now, if you want to send a pre-written one, you can click hello, you can do thank you can do all these other different things. Let's say if you send that, you click done, it'll go ahead and send just like a regular drawing, which is so awesome. So now I can go ahead and send this out, and you will see that it'll pretty much just send it out and the person will get it. And that's really it. It's another really awesome feature that some of you may use, and it's something that I've used a couple of times. It's nothing super crazy. I've pretty much just sent it to myself over and over again, but it is another cool feature that some of you may actually prefer. Now, lastly, another awesome feature that I use all of the time. It's one of my favorite things, and even for a lot of thumbnails that I drop on this channel, I actually go ahead and use this a lot too. It's actually drawing perfect shapes on your specific iPhone. So let's just go ahead and make our way over to our photo so I can explain this a little bit better. So let's just say we have this specific image, okay? Nothing super crazy, but let's say I wanted to highlight a certain area. Well, what I want to do is I want to click edit. As most of you know, you can edit your photo right here. You can go ahead and mark up on this specific, photo as well. So click there, click markup. You'll come here, and sometimes, most of the time, if you're like want to send somebody something, you're like, oh, look at this right here, and you'll go ahead and send that out to somebody. But you can actually go ahead and draw a perfect circle if you wanted to very easily. The process to do this is you go ahead and draw that circle, but instead of letting go, you go ahead and hold it down, and you'll see that the shape will automatically change. So I'll go ahead and show you again. So let's say I just draw this perfect circle like this. You'll see that if I hold it down, it'll go ahead and fix it up for me, which is really awesome. And it works for a lot of other shapes too. It's definitely gotten better throughout time. It's definitely not perfect still, but you can see I hold it down and nothing happened. So if I try again, I'll try drawing a square just like this. I hold it down. You can see it draws perfect shapes for me. So you can do this for all sorts of shapes. You can do this for circles like I showcased. You can do this for, I think, triangles too. Hold it down. And it's crazy because you can even do this for stars too. So I made a star like this, and you can go ahead and keep doing that. So this is another awesome feature. I haven't really seen too many people actually do this in real life, but like I mentioned, for a lot of thumbnails and for a lot of videos that I've done on this channel, I've actually, used this a lot. It is easily one of the most used things that I do within the Photos apps. I edit up the photos, and sometimes some of my thumbnails I have to go and actually draw like a red circle or something like that. So I'll go here, click there, and I'll go ahead and draw like a red circle like this, hold it down, and it'll go ahead and allow me to do it there instead of having to do it within Photoshop. So that's pretty much it. Those are some of my favorite tricks and tips, I guess, within iPhones. You can do this whether iOS 13, iOS 12. Some of them you can't do below iOS 14, I don't think, but it's still a really awesome thing that I'd recommend you guys to go ahead and try. So let me know if you guys have any other tricks or tips you want me to see. I would love to go ahead and see some more and make some more videos on it. Like I said, these are some of my favorite videos to do. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section as well. Hit the like button, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.